I'm Hawley McLean with Trainli TV and the Alpine and Western Pacific Railroad, and I'm glad to have you back on another episode of building the Kleine Scheidegg train station. So over the last few weeks, we have been doing a lot of work outside, preparing the station platform where this building will eventually end up outside on the railroad. We've been putting in the concrete foundation and running all the wiring for all the street lights and station lights that will be around the building, and building the track platforms. And that's coming along nicely, and hopefully that will be done in a few weeks. We are still waiting for the glass to be cut from Southwest Waterjet. I talked to Mo and those guys down there today in Arizona, and they said those will be shipping out shortly this week. So hopefully I'll have them by the end of the week, beginning of next week, and we can continue on with the building. But in the meantime, what we can do is start building all the window frames for this building. And as you can tell, we have probably, I haven't counted them all up, but almost 100, at least 100 windows in this building. So a lot of, as a gentleman used to help work with me on this, Tom Hubbard used to say, a lot of fiddly work on this. So we get these window frames from Stoneworks, and I've been using these for years. I really like them. They have a large selection of window frames and door frames and lots of other detail parts for your G-scale garden railroad buildings. Okay, so what we need to do is assemble a lot of these window frames for the building here, and we have almost close to 100 of them that we have to make. I'm not going to bore you with going through showing you how to glue all 100 of them together, but we'll work with one of these here. And as mentioned, there's a couple of different types of ways that you can glue these together. One is they have a clear solvent that you can use, and you apply it through a little needle applicator. I've found that gets a little bit out of control sometimes. Other options are using either a thick or medium thickness CA, crazy glue type application, or even a clear PVC cement, the thin version. And we're going to go ahead and do some of that right now with, and use one of these applicators. The important thing on these is to look for they have these little teeny tiny pinholes, and that gives you the orientation to make sure they're all pointing in the same direction. And then they have, of course, the sill piece right here. And then these are the acrylic windows. And we're swapping these out. We're going to go ahead and just use one piece of glass inside the building behind it. The glass holds up obviously a whole lot better than these. And so what we want to do is we'll take a little bit of this. And I'm just going to paint it on here. On the border. And then this piece will go right on top of it. Also a good idea to do this in a pretty well ventilated area. This stuff lets off some pretty strong fumes. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do this about 100 more times. And once we get all these windows frames put together, then we'll come back and paint them. So we will be back shortly. Well, we are now, this is what we were waiting for, for a month or so. This is the windows, hopefully, from Southwest Waterjet. So we'll open this up and see what we got in here. Hopefully it's not a box full of shattered glass. And now that we have the windows in here, the glass, we'll be able to start on the siding. All right, there's some right there. And that, we got a lot of stuff here. It's kind of like, it's almost like Christmas. Wow, boy, they sure cut that nice. This is cut with a water jet and just perfectly, perfect angles. So that will make this construction a lot nicer. All right, this stuff, this is pretty cool. This is our smoked glass windows. Wow, those look nice. These are going to be for these windows right here. So that's exciting. Now we have our windows. They are cut and have a nice finish on the edge. So those will work well. All right, now what we're going to do is we're ready to assemble and glue together the roof component of the cargo and ticket office. And we start out with the roof pieces, and this triangular piece here, well, the one with the notches, is the one that is up, will be up against the next section of the building. And this one without any notches is the one that is the exterior wall that faces south on the building. And it's also great to have one of these. These work great for opening up these PVC cans. So we're going to take that, and this is the cleaner, and we're just going to put a little bit of cleaning fluid there. Now we'll do it on this side as well. And we'll get the sides and everything on this one. That just removes any of the oils and start softening up that PVCs for the cement to adhere to it better. I'll open this one. And this is a medium gray. This comes in clear and purple and different thicknesses, and tend to like the medium seems to work the best. And so we're going to put it on here like that. Get it on this side. And this stuff starts to set up pretty quick, so we get you right in here. And will you cooperate? Bring you over like that. Okay. That is okay. That will just set up in just a few minutes. While we're waiting for that to set up, we'll take this 1/4 inch square piece of PVC. It doesn't quite match up. This isn't quite at 90 degrees. But it's our little filler for right here, and it gives it some nice structural support. A little Sharpie, and we'll just get a rough mark right here. And we'll trim that off. There. And as soon as it sets up another minute or two, we will glue this piece in. That's looking good. That one's looking good. Need to wipe out this joint. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set this piece right over here and let that finish setting up. And we talked about making this, the second floor, a little hardwood floor. And what I have here is our table saw, and I always, we have a larger table saw, and I use this stuff to go ahead and let's just take a 4x4 piece of redwood and then run it through the table saw to get these nice pieces. And we'll take a few out. We just want enough of these slats to cover this piece of PVC. And so, what are these? These are, well, let's just call them 3/4 of an inch. And so we got about 8.5 inches. So I'm going to do about 10 of these that are about, I'll mark them right here. Excellent. There is 1, 2. I'm not too concerned about the exact perfect cuts on these because they'll all be sanded down and as we finish it up. All right, let's see if do we have enough of these? Almost perfect. All right. We are now back, and Mario spent a couple of days putting all of these doors and windows together. As you can see, we got quite a few of them. We went ahead and painted them the Tahoe Junction blue. That will be our accent color. And we'll bag these up. There's a couple of them that we didn't paint of each style, just so that we can use these for fitting and they don't get all scratched up, and then at the end we'll paint those.